everybody, welcome to Kitchen Talk with Granna. I'm so glad you guys can come up into the kitchen with me today. I hope everybody's having a great day today. I hope you guys had a great weekend and everything. But before we get started this conversation, you guys know what my routine is. Go ahead, right on down there at the bottom of your screen. Go ahead down there, take care of your thumbs up button, take care of that share button. And if you have not become a follower of Granna, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, okay? And when you share my video with your family and friends, go ahead on and have them hit that subscribe button also, okay? All right, so today we're gonna get it popping up in here. Go ahead and jump off into this conversation that I'm gonna talk to you guys about today. And, you know, all my conversations are my opinion. These are Granna's opinion and what I think about the situations that we're talking about. So once again, these are my opinion, okay? So today I want to talk to you guys. I know it's been on social media and it's also been on the news and made national news. The incident or the ongoing of this young teenager, I think she's 15 years old, that was sentenced to the youth juvenile detention center by the judge. She was already on probation, and you know that when she went in front of the judge sentenced her to go to the youth juvenile detention center, and this was back, I believe, in May, and you know, from her not doing her homework. Okay, I was reading about it, I Googled it and I read about it, and it seems like this young girl was just having a lot of issues. I mean, it all started way back from what I read. You know, this young girl had started having problems with her mom. She was starting to get out of control, and basically just not listening and not wanting to do anything that her mom asked her to do. The simplest thing, you know, clean up your room, do things around the house, just not spending so much time on her devices and things like that, okay? But then it also said in the piece that I read about them and their relationship, that the mom and her daughter had an incident before the back to school, not doing the homework started. They had got into I guess a heated discussion, and the daughter, they call her Grace, pushed the mom or hit the mom and bit the mom, pulled the mom's hair, and then she bit the mom's finger, okay? I don't get it, okay? So this child is clearly was out of control, where the parents could not control her or do anything. And then once the parents decided to get the police involved, because the parent called the police on her after the incident with her pulling her hair and biting her. And, you know, they did the police report and all that. And, you know, that got turned over to the juvenile court and all that. So at that time, that's when the young girl was put on probation, okay? And then come the coronavirus and all that. So now she's been in the house. She's online schooling, having to do her schooling work online. And I guess she just, you know, would not stay on schedule, would not do it the way that it should have been done. So of course she ends up back in juvenile court, and at that time the judge sentenced her to detention. And you know, I'm reading all this and all, you know, comments that's coming about this incident, and they got all these petitions going on for the judge to let her out and to free her. But my thing, here's the thing, okay, it's clear that this young child was out of control and the mother could no longer do anything with her. And by the time the mother decided to bring in outside services and professional people and getting the juvenile court involved in this situation, it was already out of her control. So now you want to say that this judge, you know, you've given them permission to take control of your child and try to get her back on track and get her back in line. And then you want to now say that the judge's decision was too harsh and, you know, this should not be taking place, you know, but you open that door and allow the juvenile system to come into your home to try to control your child. You know, my thing is, okay, these days, these young people, these young adults or children, they're not even adults, they're young children, feel like they can do as they please. They can disrespect you. They can talk to you any kind of way. They're in your home. They're not paying any bills. They're not doing anything around the house being constructive or being positive. And then once you tell them or talk to them, then it's a problem. But you have to be able to have that structure or that discipline in place for your child from knee-high to adult all the way up to where they're at now. By the time they get 15, and if you have not had no type of structure, I'm not saying that this mother did not have that in place. I'm not saying that because I don't know her whole story. I'm not there, I haven't seen it. But I'm just saying from some of the experience I've seen with my own eyes, if you cannot be your child's friend, you cannot be friends with your child, you have to be the disciplinary person in your in that group, in that family. You know, I don't know if the father, they never said anything about her father or anything like that. So I don't know where the father is or what he plays, what role he plays in his child's life. But from what I've read and what I've seen on the news, this child was already out of control. I mean, this child stole another student's cell phone, doing all this going on with everything else that she was doing. She stole another student's cell phone, so that caused her to show up in court and caused her to be put on probation. And at that point, they didn't put her in detention because of the coronavirus that was going on. They was trying not to put her in that situation. And then after that, she still continually did not follow the rules. You have to have rules in place for these young folks these days. You got to try to keep some type of structure for them, because if you don't, they're gonna run all over you. They're gonna think they're in charge or something, and they ain't in charge of nothing. But they're gonna think that. They're gonna think if they can get away once by being disrespectful or talking back or whatever the case is, not doing what you ask them to do, and they get away with it, then they're gonna continue to do it. And it's just gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, you have teenagers, 13, 14, running around here playing an adult role like they're grown, having babies, and just doing as they wish, just, you know, in and out of your house like it's a hotel or something, and being disrespectful and just, you know, staying out all time of nights, all this kind of stuff, you know. So I don't know, and I'm not, once again, judging this mother, but I don't know how it got to that point, because back in my day, you know, when we was growing up, or when you know, all my parent had to do was look at me, honey. They gave you a look and you knew to get yourself somewhere and sit it down. They wasn't having that, you know. I feel like this younger generation got it too easy. They just got it too easy. And I'm not about beating a child or whoopings and all that. I'm against that. I don't agree with that. There are several ways of you can discipline a child and everything. And if you set those values in them and you stick to it, then they know not to cross that line. But these kids these days, they trying to rule the world, honey. They trying to do what they want to do. They ain't caring about mama, daddy, auntie, nobody. I'm telling you, they ain't thinking about nobody but doing what they want to do. They want to play grown. They want to get out there way before their time, when mentally they do not have the state of mind to do any of those things that they're playing. They're playing these games or playing like they grown And if they were to actually have to get out there, you know, and pay some bills and take care of those responsibilities that we do every day as adults, then they would see that it's not as easy as they think it is. But it's so easy, we make it so easy for them that they think they can do these things. They think they can do it. They think they can be disrespectful. And that's just one thing that it just really burns my nerve. I cannot stand a disrespectful child. You hear what I'm saying? I was brought up where you respect your elders, and you had to not, if they talking to you, you sit there and you listen to them. If they asked you to do something, you did it. You didn't question them about it. These days, you ask a child to just simply go turn on or off a light in the house, and that's a whole different situation. They want to go all left on you. You know, you can't say anything. You sitting up in your own house and you can't even be comfortable. You're not comfortable in your own house. You're tiptoeing around in your own house. That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't agree with it. I don't understand it. I think we make it too easy for some of these younger people today. And I just feel like now you want to go off on this judge and all this kind of stuff about this judge. Well, you opened the door. You brought this into her life for control. And now that the disciplinary action has been taken against her, now it's a problem. You have a problem with it. Well, it's clearly that you could not get her back under control on your own. So now you're gonna have to, as her, deal with these consequences. You know, I'm hoping that by her being in this juvenile detention that it changes her and she sees things differently when she comes out. You know, they're saying that one of the psychiatrists that was talking to her said that she got ADHD, and that's possible too. I'm not saying she ain't. I'm glad she's getting counseling, because that definitely would probably help her to deal with her anger management or whatever's going on with her. There's nothing wrong with counseling. A lot of us might need some counseling, you know, so that's a good thing that she's getting that while she's in the detention. But, you know, it's a little bit too late for the parents and all these people that signing this petition to be stepping up now. You know, this child was clearly out of control, and you know, I do not agree with the length of time that the judge has kept her in there. I think she's been in there since like May, and they're not gonna let her out till like September. But that was the judge's call. You laid it out there for her to make a call on it. That's the call that she made, so that's the call that it is. You know, I don't know, maybe the judge will change her mind and let her out before September, but I feel like at this point, we do not need to be jumping all on this judge. You know, we need to pray for this mother, pray for this child, that everything comes out good and this child comes out a better person and goes on to live a productive life and becoming into a young adult. But I don't know, who knows? Maybe this is what she needed. And we'll just have to wait to see how the outcome, if we even hear about the outcome of this situation. But, you know, in my opinion, I think there's a lot of kids out there that need some old school and parenting, and before they get to the age of 15, because once they turn 13 and up, it's pretty hard to bring them back in and get them to where they need to be. You know, I think parents need to just sit back and think about some of the ways things was done in the olden days. And I'm not saying, like I said, beat a child or anything like that, because I do not believe in whooping a child. But it's just something to think about, you know. So I just, you know, I don't know how this is going to turn out. Hopefully it all turned out well. Okay, that's just my opinion about this situation. Okay, all right, thank you guys for hanging out in the kitchen with me today. I do appreciate it. Make sure when you're out and about, be kind to everybody. Make sure you're wearing your mask, and just be safe out there. Okay, I'm gonna catch you guys next time around.